Experiment 2. Categorizations of plants. The fruits we have prepared are Oriental melon, apple, guava, kiwi fruit, lemon, and banana. For the tools we have knife, chopping board, tweezers, mobile phone microscope, glass sheet, and mobile phone. Now we're going to cut the Oriental melon. We cut it from different directions to observe how the seeds are distributed inside the fruit. First, we will start with cut the Oriental melon longitudinally. We can see the seeds are distributed like this. Next, second, we cut it cross-sectionally. After placing the Oriental melon sideways and cutting it, we can see the distribution of the seeds. Additionally, we can compare the distribution of the seed by these two ways of cutting. Next, we take out one of the seeds and put it into the glass sheet. Later, and we will observe them together later. Let us cut the apple. First, we cut from the top downward. And check the distribution of the seeds. Next, if we put the apple sideways and cut it again. We can see that different ways of cutting will let us see the distribution of the seed are slightly different. Let us take another look about the distribution of the seed by these two ways of cutting. Now, we take the seed out from the apple. You can see that these seeds have actually, when we're getting the seeds, we can get the ones that have been cut and those have not been cut. We can get both kind out and watch them. Next, we will cut the guava. Likewise, we start from the top and cut downward. We can see that the distribution of the seed inside is a little different from the fruits from just now. Let us put the guava sideways and cut it. We can see the distribution of guava seeds. Place the different cuts together and compare. Now we take the seeds out. Next, we cut the kiwi fruit. Cut it from the top downward. Let us take a look at the distribution of seeds. Then we cut another kiwi fruit. We place it sideways and cut it. We want to see the distribution of seeds. Compare these two distributions of seeds. Then we use the tweezers to take the seeds out. Then we cut the lemon. First, we have to set it upright. Then cut it from the top downward. We can observe the distribution of the seeds inside the lemon. Then we cut the lemon sideways. Observe the distribution of the seeds. You can see that some seeds have been cut open. Later, we can also observe them together. These are the distributions from two different ways of cutting. Okay, then we take the seeds out. Some have been cut open, some have not been cut open. We can all observe them together. Next, we will observe the banana. We cut it like this. We can see the seeds of the banana. Then we cut it from another direction. Let us see the distributions of the banana seeds. Then, let us compare the difference. We take the seeds out. Then we use the mobile phone microscope to observe the seeds. We use the high magnification resolution of the mobile phone microscope first. Then set the mobile phone microscope up. We will take pictures of the seeds one by one. We can see the seed below very clearly. Then the third one. Fourth one. If there are the seeds that have been cut in half like this one, we can observe the detailed structure inside the seeds. Next, the sixth one. When we take the pictures, we should wait until the seeds are a bit drier, and then before we take the picture. The pictures will be clear in this way. We can see that the seeds inside the fruit have different distributions. Most of them are distributed in the middle. But there are still minor differences. The size, color, amount, and shape of the seed are also different. Let us observe the seed of other common plants. First, let us observe the chili. For chili, its seeds are yellow. Under the microscope, they look uneven and thin. Then we observe okra. We observe them by the naked eye. The exterior of them looks round and there seems to be a hump. Under the microscope, the white part of the exterior white part is uneven. And then the hump at the front of the seed can be seen more clearly. Then we observe the tomato. We observe the tomato seed by naked eyes. The exterior of seed is teardrop shaped, white and flat. Under the microscope, it is actually uneven. The next one is eggplant. Its color is yellow and a bit darker than chilies. Let us observe under the microscope. It actually looks quite flat. Then we observe cauliflower. We observe by the naked eye. Cauliflower seed looks like a ball that can roll around. Its size is a bit smaller than the okras. Under the microscope, it is actually not round. It is a bit irregular. Observing with naked eyes, the seed of bok choy looks like cauliflowers. Under the microscope, we see that the seed of bok choy is rounder than the seed of cauliflowers. Next, we see the most unique seed, spinach. The shape of spinach seed have two sides that are pointy like a water caltrop. When we observe under the microscope, it actually has irregular shapes and many folds, in addition to more variations of colors. It actually has quite a bit of folds. The two sides of the seed are pointy. Then we observe carrots. The seed of carrots also looks like a teardrop. The color is a bit brown. Let us observe under the microscope. It is actually not just the flat teardrop we see. There are places that are protrude. It is very clear. So we can observe the seed of these common plants. Their shape, size, and colors are all a bit different. We can observe much more detail under the microscope.